Wimbledon is one of the biggest and most traditional tennis events of the year. But did you know that it was not actually started out of a love for tennis, but instead as a fundraiser to save croquet? The very first Wimbledon Tennis Championship took place in 1877, but the full name of the club that actually hosts the Grand Slam is the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club. The club was actually formed on the 23rd of July in 1868, and this was during the height of the croquet craze. In 1870, the club hosted their very first croquet tournament, and the version of tennis that we know of today, lawn tennis, was really in its infancy stages. In the late 1860s, Major Walter Clopton Wingfield was introducing lawn tennis to the British public, and lawn tennis was a change to its predecessor, a sport called real tennis. Real tennis had been around for a while, was played on hard courts, and was mostly known as a sport of the nobility and men, and Major Wingfield's version of lawn tennis had some differences. And one of the standout differences, notably, was the fact that Major Wingfield was marketing this as a sport that could be played alongside women. So while lawn tennis was becoming popularized in London, croquet was still top dog at Wimbledon. But by 1875, there was a waning interest in croquet and a growing interest in lawn tennis. So in February of 1875, Wimbledon adds lawn tennis courts. This is done in an attempt to make up for the people that are losing interest in croquet and gaining interest in lawn tennis. And then in the summer of 1877, we have a broken agricultural tool called a pony roller to thank for the very first Wimbledon tournament. The club needed to repair this tool, and as they were seeing that lawn tennis was becoming a more and more popularized sport, they decided that in order to raise the funds that they needed to replace that pony roller, they would host a small tournament. That first tournament only had the men's singles competition, and in that they had 22 participants who each paid a small entry fee, and they played in front of a small, by today's standards, crowd of 200 people. Those 200 people paid 1 shilling in order to watch the tournament, and the very first victor of this tournament was Spencer Gore. The tournament was a success in terms of the fundraising aspects, but the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club obviously started to feel a dynamic shift as lawn tennis became more and more popular and croquet became less popular, and the tournament grew from there. Women's singles were added in 1884, and in 1937 the tournament is televised for the very first time. Now Wimbledon has grown into one of the most prestigious Grand Slams that we have today. The tournament is currently underway, and regardless of who wins the Grand Slam, they have croquet and a broken pony roller to thank for the tournament's existence. To this day, Wimbledon does still maintain a croquet field for their members to participate in, but what was originally started as a small fundraiser is really what the club is known for today. As the tournament continues, let me know who you are currently rooting for.